Welcome back to Up North at 4 with the Ogechita Boxing Club in Crandon. I'm sitting here with Mark Daniels Jr. And Mark, huge fight for you coming up on Saturday.
Yes.
You're in Green Bay. I'm curious though, because I'm not a fighter. I try to be a peaceful guy. So how do you get in the mindset to say, I'm gonna go punch another man in the face? How do you get psyched up for a fight?
Yeah, so I guess with my experience in this, I've been in this for about 22 years. It's honestly the training. The training is like 90% of it, and the rest is getting in there. But during that training, you're putting yourself through like all this grueling, these exercises that you don't want to do, and you know every day your mind's trying to tell you, not today, but you have to force yourself in there. And I guess at the end of the day, when it comes down to the fight, and you're asked, are you ready for the fight today? You kind of have your revelation about like thinking about all that training that you did in your fight, and all the sacrifices that you made, you know, eating healthy, going to bed early, stretching, training when you don't want to, being away from your family. You kind of get in an aggressive state.
Yeah.
So.
And I can imagine too, I've never done it myself, but when you're in the ring, the bell goes, I'm sure you just enter, I don't even know like what word I would use to describe it, but you have to just enter like a crazy mindset, right? Can you even describe what that is to you?
I mean, I know what it is. It's just a rush of adrenaline and a lot of the chemicals that we have in us to help us stay like hyper-focused on that stuff. But if I were to explain it, I don't know if many people watch the new Creed 3 movie, but there's a scene in there where it's just Michael B. Jordan and the other guy, and there's nobody else outside. It literally, it's like the light is just on them two, and then they can't hear nobody else. So that's kind of how it feels for me when I'm in there. It's just me and him, and I can't hear nothing else. I'm just like so focused on what we're doing.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, hopefully you're bringing home one of these here pretty soon, right? What does this mean to you, just to kind of know like all that hard work, like you said, you've been in this for 20 some odd years, and all the training, the early nights, early mornings, eating healthy. When you see this, how does that make you feel?
It makes me motivated. It makes me motivated to keep going further. I've always spent a lot of time being a maybe kind of guy, like maybe I could do this, but I got married within the past going on 5 years, and my wife just kind of helped me kind of flip that and be like, instead of saying, you know, maybe, saying I will. And when I did that again, it kind of paid off. I got the belt. When I got the belt, it was almost surreal. And after that, I was like, you know what? I do deserve to be happy. I do deserve to achieve my goals and dreams. What's stopping me? The only thing that was stopping me was my own inner voice that was trying to say no.
Yeah, and obviously that's a huge life lesson for you, and you're kind of trying to teach that to the kids in the area now. And I kind of want to ask you about this gym that we're in right now, but we're going to take a quick break, so stick with us on Up North at 4. Welcome back to Up North at 4. I'm joined by Mark Daniels Jr. here at his boxing gym in Crandon, and the name of which, I keep butchering it, Mark. I know, I feel bad saying that, but it has, the name of the gym has a very special meaning behind it. Tell me a little bit about that.
Ogechita Boxing Club just means, Ogechita means warrior in our Potawatomi language. So just being around this area here and trying to represent my Potawatomi people, I decided to name that as our club.
Yeah, and you were telling me before, you're from Crandon, you're born and raised here, so for you to now kind of come full circle in a way, you grew up coming to these boxing clubs and now you're running it yourself. Have you ever like sat and thought about how just crazy that is to know like you're accomplishing a lot of the dreams you probably had when you were a little kid?
Well, that goes back to the question of like, you know, whether I deserved that kind of stuff or not. It was just that changing that mindset. It's hard, you know, you spend a long time of your life always being disappointed in expecting disappointment, but, you know, once I met my wife, you know, I started being like, you know what, good things can happen. So I started making, you know, conscious choices to do good things, be a good person, make the right choices, and do these things that, you know, not a lot of people want to do, but, you know, that we have to do. And that's just what helped make me grow. And I started seeing it when I started winning my fights.
Yeah.
And I guess it's a good feeling when I have people come up to me and want to shake my hand and, and know who I am. But I also try to stay as humble as I can, because I always have the mindset that anything that is given to us can be taken just as easy. So try not to be arrogant about it and whatnot. But that's just the values and stuff that I grew up with and within my family that I carry on today.
Absolutely, and obviously kind of passing that message along to a lot of the kids within the local community here. Just what does it mean to you? And I know you said before, like, yeah, the training's tough, the mindset is difficult to kind of focus yourself on, you know, what your goals are, but have you seen it where a kid comes in and it just clicks and they kind of see like the light, for lack of a better term, and what it takes to be successful in boxing?
Yeah, I've witnessed kids. I've had, you know, like I said, I've been in this for 20 plus years. So there came a time where my dad decided to hand the reins to me, and I became the coach. And I went in it with a partner. His name is Cleveland, and he's been helping me with these kids. And I guess, you know, just seeing the younger generation go through those things that I went through, that realization, like, holy, that was cool. I just did that. It gives me a good feeling. It gives me a good feeling to witness that they were able to experience that for themselves.
Yeah, totally. And hopefully here's to more good feelings, not only for the kids, but for yourself coming up this weekend. We're wishing you the best of luck, and hopefully you can bring back another belt to the Northwoods here pretty soon. We're going to take a break, though, and up north at 4. We'll be back after this.